This is 5 on your side at noon. Focused on you.
And we begin today at noon with the weather. Noisy thunderstorms may have kept you up all night. Firefighters suspect lightning caused fire damage to the clock tower at the Three Flags Center in St. Charles. No one was hurt. The fire didn't travel to the businesses below. Investigators will spend the day looking for the official cause. Tornado warnings were issued in Jefferson and Washington counties overnight, but the entire area saw heavy rain. This was the scene a few hours ago in East St. Louis. High water on the roadway, forcing police to close a section of State Street. And here's a live look at conditions from City Park in downtown St. Louis. The rain is gone, but the clouds will remain for most of the day. Thanks for being here. I'm Kay Quinn. It was just one of several rainy days we'll see this week. Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell in for Jim Castillo today with the Weather First forecast and that humidity, Scott. Wow.
You could feel it, that's for sure. Now, here's the thing. The majority of the rain, that's all pushed out. We didn't have any reports of any severe weather overnight. Looking from the power outages that we had during the overnight hours, there were very few of those, so it doesn't look like any kind of wind damage. But with that lightning, certainly there were some power outages because of that and all that water. Look at this. The big river down around Leadwood. Dylan shared this photo with us on the 5 on Your Side Weather Watchers Facebook group. Yeah, the water is rising over most of our rivers right now, and for the first time in what seems like ages, we'll actually have minor flood stage at many points along the Mississippi and the Missouri River. That's over Forest Park, still looking cloudy. Trying to break a few of the clouds there, especially as you go down towards Cuba. The clearing is coming in from the west, but it's a slow process. There are your showers off to the east that are still lingering right along the Interstate 57 corridor, stretching back towards Carlisle Lake, and even a few over towards Oakville right now, and just east of Shiloh. So this afternoon, expect to see it staying mostly cloudy. Your rain chances are shifting away, of course, from the metro area, and we'll make it back into the low and mid 70s. We'll see you in a few minutes, Kay.
All right, thank you, Scott. Developing today, the chancellor of Washington University responding to protests held over the weekend that led to several arrests. He calls it a dark day for WashU. Nearly 100 people were arrested Saturday. Demonstrators joined other protesters on other campuses around the country to protest the war in Gaza. Chancellor Andrew Martin says in the process of making the arrests, 3 police officers received significant injuries. Among those arrested, 23 WashU students and at least 4 employees. He says the rest of the individuals were not students or employees. St. Louis City officials who were on the campus say they are criticizing the police response. Laura Barcheski shows us what happened.
This is how the pro-Palestinian protests started on Saturday as they marched toward the Washington University campus. Once they entered campus grounds, that's where our cameras stopped. St. Louis Board of Aldermen President Megan Green shared this picture on Twitter of the large group in the middle of campus, saying it was a very calm atmosphere.
A lot of trying to get to know each other while also making it clear that they were there ask WashU to divest from sending money to Israel or companies that do business with Israel.
But in a matter of seconds, she says it turned into this.
If you do not leave, you will be arrested. There is no time limit.
And University Police, along with St. Louis County Police, started arresting people. A total of 100 were taken to the St. Louis County Jail. WashU says 3 of those officers were injured.
And I think the use of police in general was excessive.
Alderwoman Alicia Saunier says the way the university handled this was terrible.
Regardless of how you feel about this issue, we should all have the right to use our voices in a peaceful manner.
Washington University responded with a lengthy statement saying in part it quickly became clear through the words and actions of this group that they did not have good intentions on our campus and that this demonstration had the potential to get out of control and become dangerous. When the group began to set up a camp in violation of university policy, we made the decision to tell everyone present that they needed to leave. St. Louis Attorney Scott Rosenblum says because they are a private institution, they can limit what happens on campus.
I certainly think they were within their rights to arrest disruptive students and people that were crossing the line. And certainly there's probably a number of individuals there that are not students.
The campus rabbi, Jordan Gerson, says he applauds the university for their quick actions on what he called an anti-Jewish rally.
I think they handled the situation extremely well and put the safety of all WashU students first.
That was Laura Barczewski reporting. The St. Louis County Prosecutor's Office says as of right now, no applications for charges have been filed in the 21st Circuit Court. Protests continue to roil college campuses across the country. Many of those colleges asking protesters to clear out encampments with rising levels of urgency as classes wrap up for the semester and graduation ceremonies approach. Students have been sparring over the Israel-Hamas war and its mounting death toll. Many students are demanding their universities cut financial ties with Israel. Hazelwood Central High School students are not in class today. It's a virtual day due to an electric wiring problem at the school. According to the district website, the high school kept students home to allow that wiring problem to be fixed. It's expected to be resolved in time for students to return to in-person learning tomorrow.
What do we want? A contract! When do we want it? Now! Teachers.
Right now, educators at KIPP High School are on the picket line. The American Federation of Teachers says union members are asking for a new contract, and it says KIPP's management is not responding. Kelly Garrett, the executive director of KIPP, says school management has consistently met with the union and presented more than 20 proposals, including substantial salary increases. Also happening right now, the Thomas Kinworthy murder trial. The second week of that trial now underway. Prosecutors have spent the morning tearing into the star witness for the defense of the suspected cop killer. A forensic psychologist says Kinworthy was in the middle of an acute psychotic episode when he allegedly shot and killed Officer Tamaris Bohannon in 2020. Prosecutors have questioned why the doctor never interviewed Kinworthy's biological mother to corroborate stories of child abuse. The owner of Gus's Pretzels in St. Louis is cleaning up the damage left from this accident. This happened Sunday. The owner says the car crashed into the corner of the building used for storage. He says it's the older portion of the building that was built in the 1800s. The driver ran from the scene, but police later found her at her home in the neighborhood. He says a masonry team told them the building appears to be stable. Still ahead, the Midwest picking up after a series of weekend storms. The shocking number of tornadoes that touched down and what we know about the damage. Plus, the rent versus buy debate flips the script. Just how much more it'll cost you if you make the wrong decision.